boy.
Sean?
It's morning.
He's getting his coffee in. It's a little sprinkle. Friday practice. Out of nowhere, I decided to look at the radar, and it says, screw you, 100% chance of rain. So it's going to rain until like 9:30. So I'm going to skip first practice because there's no point for me to go out there. 0 points. So, yeah, my first practice will be 11:50, which will be technically practice 2. If it's dry. If not,
Yeah.
Where?
Right there.
in front of the trailer. That's Will. Well, welcome back to the channel. Forgot to say that. You guys know the deal. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a blast. Practice day. Try to figure some stuff out. Just to get comfortable. Learn the track. Get the gear ratio. Have fun. Send it. Enjoy the rest of the day. Get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day that counts. That little rain that we were talking about? This is what we're doing. First practice. There's the track. Here's the rain. And I'm not going out. This should only last a little bit. Ah! Oh. Look at the kids having lunch. So how's practice gone?
Hasn't gone. No seat time.
No seat time. Nothing. Will went out in the rain, but that's about it. None of us have got out because this rain just keeps coming. So we've all sat down, parked it. Hopefully we get out there. You guys remember Dennis? The Bodas? They're on EOS carts. This is their home track though, so they're good to go. Look at what they have up in here. Dang! Look at this setup. Look at Brant's freaking chubby shorts. Look at that. Man, got them legs going. Love it. All right, guys. Hopefully I get some practice in and we get some racing video in this some racing video in this video. Yeah, you know what I mean. So finally we get out to practice, and it's practice number 3. This is my first practice on track. Really didn't touch the cart because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Really didn't even know where I was going on track, to be honest. And you'll see here later on what I'm talking about. This section of the track is pretty technical. It is a fun track, definitely in this full layout. It's tiring for sure, especially the high G-force turns for the whole time. But it is a fun track. There is one turn that I just could not get down to save my life, and that would be turn 1. Kart was doing pretty good right off the bat. Of course, to go quickly here, you want to eat the curbs, of course. But overall, I had a fun time with this layout. Notice that in this S section, the more you ate the curb, the quicker you got and better you got. So it was all about, you know, when and how to hit the curb. Because if you hit the curb wrong, it would shoot you in the wrong direction, so it would kill your exit speed. So it's about rhythm and momentum at this track, and knowing where to hit everything. Right here, this curve right there, man, that one right there would throw the car all over the place. I really couldn't get it down that well. But everything else, once the track completely dried out, the grip level started to come up. Most of it was flat out. I mean, it was very little lifting, if almost any at all. There were some minor braking points, but other than that, slight lifts here and there. But other than that, the track was pretty much flat for us. Turn 1 was my Achilles heel all weekend. I would go in, the cart would do some crazy bucking and stuff. I would drive off track all the time, cut the grass. Turn 1 was not my friend for sure. Definitely had some issues. People had changed the gearing for more of a wet track. I kept it the same. So, but it was a hands down a fun track. There is some bumpy areas for sure. The track gets really, really bumpy. Here I'm following the 980 around the track. He was quick, trying to learn as much as I could. And for some reason, man, I just could not get the first day, the layout, and even day two, I'll get lost of where I was on track. Like I forget, yeah, you have to go left here, you have to go right here. Things are coming so fast that, I would forget the layout. Sometimes I would turn right when I was supposed to turn left. And sometimes I wouldn't turn at all. And I would just go straight. So here I'm flying 980 around. I'm like, all right, doing pretty good. He's going to turn right. And I'm like, okay, cool. And he turns right again. I'm like, whoops. I was supposed to turn right as well. I just kept on going straight to that barrier. I looped myself around. And yeah, I brought it in because I had to change my shorts after that. Had fun for sure. Track is a blast. Love Nola. So we finally got out on track. It was practice session 3, the first one for us. Track was pretty good. It's fun. I definitely got confused out there. Almost went to a barrier, so I spun myself out. Took this IMAF seat out. I said I wasn't gonna touch that, but took the IMAF seat out. It was just too soft, and I actually went right through the seat. So too much muscle, not a big deal. I put the tillet back in. It's a stiffer seat, so think is what I need on the front end adjustment. Gearing feels good, but I might drop a tooth. Mikey, he's a lot faster than me right now, and we're on the same weight. So my goal is to catch up to the kid. Everybody else did good. They're having fun. I'm glad that the rain's holding out for the rest of the day, and then hopefully we have a good rest of the day and then get out there tomorrow. Got 2 more practice sessions and see what happens. Practice number 4, stuff is starting to dry out. It's more about learning the track still, just making sure I have the right gear ratio down. Definitely trying to get everything situated because I was still struggling. And it wasn't even at this part of the track. That double left, it was fine. All my right-handers were really good. Kart was working well. Just the driver was making slight mistakes here and there. But I was getting a good run where I needed to get a good run. And then there's some areas where I was just overdriving the kart, not making it happy. And coming into turn 1, it was a pain in the butt for me all weekend. But this part of the track, I did really well, except when I hit that inside curb, I would just kick the kart left. And then right here again, that's supposed to be a right-hand turn, but at the last second, I got confused. And I know I turned right, but it was like a late right. I would go a little bit too wide here, completely screw up the entry point at some points, and then this left hand, I was just making mistakes left and right. So I wasn't driving the best. At the same time, I don't know, I was over hiking the cart. It was insane of how much I was able to pick up the cart, and it would buck, and right here it just bucks and kicks me wide every single time that turn 1. But this is a really bumpy track as well, so it's not like a smooth flat surface. If you could ride it out, I would keep it wide open in turn 2 and 3 basically, but I would hit some of the bumps and just kick me sideways again. But yeah, I was still having issues of where to go on track, and I was not extremely happy with the kart, but I kept working and I kept getting better at it overall. Alright, second practice out there. I don't know if I did a closing video, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kart felt way better. Just wired it. Gear change. Final practice coming up. Sending it. I got to find 2 seconds. How hard can that be? Final practice day, you can still see it damp, and really it had started to sprinkle during this practice session too, right before the final practice session for the senior medium guys. So really this final practice session was also a little just damp. It was just slick out there all day. You can see the puddles still on the side of the track, but that's no excuse. There were just still some areas I just could not wrap my head around. I don't know why. I haven't run this direction much, but there you go. I go off track. I loop it around. I was having issues with that corner. For the life of me, I could not get the kart to settle down in order to make the corner. If the only way I could take it without going Wild was just backing out of it big time. And that sometime works, that sometime did it. With the max torque clutch, Dragon's King, you do not want to get in and gun it in the grass. You have to push it out and then slowly get back on it. People are like, I burn my clutch up a lot. Well, that's what happens. You can see the car dive in and then just kick out. I was just catching it mid-turn, and it was just weird. I didn't know what to do at that point in time. I was just holding on for dear life, guys. This practice day was a good learning experience. I was shocked when I came off track and I was still in around the top 10 area out of 17 and 18, because to be honest, I felt like I was the slowest guy on track, man. It was so bad at times. But I kept working on it. Car kept working well. Overall, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for saying hey. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Wait for a next one. Catch you guys on track.